host, hey, host. I get money every day cause I'm like that. I wear my jewelry anyway cause I'm like that. I drive a Cadillac truck cause I'm like that. I don't give a flying fuck cause I'm like that. That dude ain't like that. He ain't like that. They ain't like that. Them niggas ain't like that. That nigga ain't like that.
We was speaking on the way over here about kind of the change in climate and everything that happened with you, kind of getting back to here, getting back to square one. And you were on the 2008 Freshman XXL cover, and a lot of people seem to forget that. Like, and now that cover holds so much clout, unlike it used to before when you first had it. Isn't it strange to see that, wow, this thing means so much, and I was on the original cover for this?
Yeah. I mean, it's always like that in life. You would hope that something you're a part of later on becomes bigger, because that means you contributed to that. You understand what I'm saying? As time goes on, as long as it becomes bigger and better for the next artist, I'm happy about that. So that's like a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I played a part of that.
Yeah. Now, it seemed like you stepped away for a little while. I mean, I know you were still putting out tracks here and there. I was very like aware of that, but I guess in trying to go in a major type of route and kind of redo the whole deal thing all over again, why did you kind of just fall back for a little while after the whole kind of first big label deal fell apart?
I mean, basically, I was always working. You know, I was always practicing my craft, but you know, I had a lot of personal things I had to deal with in my life, you know, that was more important than music at the time. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I always was giving it my all. I never stopped working. I never stopped putting out music. But at the same time, you know, sometimes you gotta tend to, you know, your family life and your things that's more important. Put that first.
I mean, I know you deal with the issue of, you know, having your wife, Remy Ma, in prison. You know what I'm saying? How does that kind of affect your approach to your relationship? Not to get too into that, but I mean, just every day, like, you knowing that the woman in your life, the lady you love, you can't be with her every day, and how does that kind of affect your approach in even working sometimes? Does it kind of mess with you?
No, it don't mess with me at all. It actually inspires me. You know what I'm saying? It inspires me to do better, because that could be me in that situation, that could be you or anybody living in this country. None of us is exempt to that. You know what I'm saying? It can happen to every one of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that's incarcerated are not guilty. You got innocent people that's in them situations too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you always gotta, when you see somebody in a, you know, a less fortunate situation, you always gotta know that could be you.
You kind of educate people when it comes to those things, because, like I said, you drop, like we were speaking about earlier, you drop so many law libraries. Like, are there more to come? And kind of, what was the first moment that inspired you to start being like, you know what, I gotta educate these dudes on how to get out of these cases and these situations?
I mean, to be honest with you, I've been through a lot in my life. You know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of family members and a lot of people I love to the judicial system. So, you know, just knowing that you going in that law library and analyzing your case could be the difference between you doing 5 or 10 years or you coming home. That's what inspired me to make them records. Because as I'm reading it and I'm looking at it and I'm passing the knowledge on to certain family members and certain friends I got that's in the system and it's beneficial to them, I'm like, I need to get this to the world and let them hear it. So it just was inspired, you know, for real life experiences.
Now you're finally going to release the Nasserim Dream and everything. Are there new records on it? How much of it have you kept from the original kind of, I guess, layout that you have for the project? Has much changed from it? What are we gonna hear on this per se?
I mean, to be honest with you, you know, the major organs of the album didn't change. You know what I'm saying? It's a body of work. The heart is still the same. The brain, everything is still the same. I might have changed a couple things on the outlines, on the outskirts, updated it a little bit, but the core of that album, the basis, the fans still gonna get that. It's a long time in the making, and me personally, I feel like, you know, the material was ahead of time anyway. So right now is probably when they would have caught up anyway if I would have dropped it back then.
We were talking also about like New York artists and new things like that. I mean, how much are you kind of checking for what's going on right now, or do you really care in the grand scheme anyway?
I mean, I pay attention, but it's kind of hard to impress me, man, because I grew up a fan of, you know, real lyricists. So it's hard for me to be impressed. Like, I'm from the era where you get a tape and you cherish that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's like, it's amazing to you. You really impressed and you love the music. You know what I mean? You can feel the lyrics. You know, I don't really get that from no artist, just to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of hard to impress when it comes to lyrics, but I accept what some dudes do, you know what I mean? And I support them. But I haven't heard nothing great in a long time, man. Just to be honest. Just to be real with you. Like,
I understand.
Like, I'm a fan of hip-hop, too. So as a fan, you know, I haven't really been pleased by nothing, like, crazy. Well, I like what a couple dudes is doing, but nothing is incredible to me.
Why is it that it seems, I guess, the new rap generation seems to stray away from that competitive side of the music? Why do you think? I don't think people like to get into that rap scuffle anymore as much as they did back in the day.
Yeah, but you know what? It was more official back in the day. Because me as a fan of hip-hop, personally, I never really understood what was an artist's point or what point they was trying to make when they said, you know, I got jewelry, I got money. When they started to rap about that, it was confusing to me, because if you're in the music industry and you're successful, we know you got money already. But talk about something that's stimulating, like talk about something different, have a concept. So I think a lot of the artists nowadays, they use that as an excuse. Oh, I'm getting money, I don't gotta feed into that. Or
does that bother you when
I got that? I mean, to each his own, because however they want to play, you know, I can play in any arena, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that I think that when artists started bragging about SoundScan and I sold this amount of records, that fucked the game up. Because it was about your talent, how nice you was, and what you was bringing to the table back then. We didn't give a fuck if G-Rap sold 1 million records or Big Daddy Kane. We loved their work. Rakim, you know what I mean, Biggie, Nas. We didn't care how much records they sold back then. We know we was in love with the material that they was bringing to the table. I think when all them cats started, oh, I saw SoundScan this and you know what I mean, and platinum that, I think that really fucked hip-hop up. And it brings, so the young kids, you can't blame them. Because that's all they know. They came up listening to these dudes, so they think if an artist is challenging them, they answer is, oh, I'm getting money, oh, fuck him.
Does it make it difficult for you to not curve yourself into that kind of, to not fall into that trap? Because it's a trap for a lot of artists that kind of are like yourself and want to stay true to what you believe in.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the artists had it back then. You know, Slick Rick had jewelry, but he didn't really rap about that shit. But it was there. You know what I mean? But it don't make it harder for me because I'm versatile as an artist, and I think, you know, when you sign to a record label, you wear the title of what, an artist, and an artist should be versatile. You should be able to make a commercial record, make a hardcore record, make something positive, you know, do different things, make a law library to educate the fans. So I'm versatile. However they want to do it, you know, I can do it, and I think every artist should be versatile. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like that. Everywhere I go, I bring me a nice strap. Niggas talk fly until they get hijacked. It happened now, I don't gotta come right back. Man, I'm like that. I'm like that. I hustle hard till I make me a nice rack. Spend it on new sneakers and fly hats. You live once.